I think. Okay. What am I working on? I forgot. Um, got this monitor. It's not rich. Okay, there we go. Okay. I forgot. I think it was this. Yeah, how do programs actually even work? I should probably refresh myself by looking at all of this stuff. Yeah. Somewhere I have a depth texture that I can look at. Probably. Okay, yeah, here. Field picture compare mode. Probably look up what that does. Texture compare mode. I'm not actually sure what this does. VL texture compare mode. Specifies the symbolic name of a single valued texture parameter. That tells me a lot. Oh, I see. I see what it is. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's something I should probably have in the whatchamacallit, the parameters, because that's kind of important for depth textures. Okay, well that just uproots my entire thing that I was doing, so thank you. Okay, well I guess I'll just have to have a depth texture parameters because yeah, that's painful, but it is what it is. I don't think a color picture would ever need that. If I know what I'm talking about, which I kind of don't. I think that this is GLE num. I'm not capturing it, but I have Google open on my other monitor. I'm looking at GL texture compare mode, which is it's used to do the GL greater, GL equal, GL less for the depth texture comparing, so that you know which way depth is linearized or whatever. Uh, I think you can get set to GL less. Okay, so this is just compare. I think that that's all you really need. texture, border, color, base level. I don't really care about any of this. LED bias is kind of important, but I don't really. I don't know. Okay. We're gonna make default for that too. Like the slightest lag when I'm streaming, so it really throws me off. So I guess for anyone who watches this pod, what I'm working on right now is I'm basically making it frame buffer scriptable and user facing. So it's like basically what I was doing all along for my entire rendering pipeline was making it just based off of raw GL calls, which isn't really good for an engine and a half. I found out. So I was like, okay, well, I might as well make it proper now. So, well, it just got to a point where I needed to do that because I now have a UI that I'm trying to change the resolution of everything with, and I realized, oh, changing the resolution is actually really, really difficult in my engine because I have to manually resize every texture known to man, which is really inefficient. So we're making functions that do that for us. That's probably not going to be the most exciting stream of all time, but I call it default depth frames. I already forgot what it was called. GL texture comparing. I'm not locked in at all. It takes me a while to warm up, and forget that I'm being recorded. Okay, I think that this is correct. So I guess you just put this at the top, yeah. Even though it feels a bit backwards. Okay. To go depth format. I don't have depth internal format. Was there a reason for that? Not entirely sure. No, I could have just put this inside of the params thing. I think the format type, internal format, and type format. I just realized I needed the these params halfway through writing this function, but I think maybe uh, I'm trying to think if I'm going to regret doing this, but I don't really understand the difference between internal format and format. To be perfectly honest with you, but it's apparently important. What's the color type now? I'm just building on that. But that is oh right, float or runtime buddy. Okay. Yeah, I mean I think you do just put it all on this little thing. How do I delete this in a not stupid way? I don't really know, to be honest. I'll just BGL this. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Now we move this below. Whoa, multiple cursors. Why is that not what it's called? Why do you have to call it something different? Oh right, this is field depth attachment. Hold on. I see something here. Field depth component 24. You just have to remember to put that in forms if you want to generate that texture. Yeah. that definitely totally works. 100%. No doubt. Okay. Gonna take in frame buffer. Um, I guess just whatever we are resizing it to. So it's target. I saw recently some funny um, comment on some YouTube short or something where somebody was like, you can tell somebody's an engine dev by how long their beard is and the beard is very long. So that was pretty funny. I might as well mention it. Can we just, um, ooh, that's actually a good. Mm-hmm. I never actually attached the parameters to F, first of all. Second of all, I'm not actually, I'm not actually thinking here very, I have to add to the default. Even beyond that, I'm not storing, oh no, I have generate that, that's the thing. Okay, I just have to make sure that we put that on there. That's wrong format, that's going to be, yes. I mean, this looks good. Okay. I have to make sure to here I can do it. So actually, let's just do this. Not even do that here. Is this allowed? I never do this. I don't think so, to be honest. What is everything that I need to fill this with? I need to fill this with. Okay, so right, I was gonna get rid of that. Scatter today. I was gonna get rid of this. Yeah. I also don't need depth format because it's inside the parameters. I think I got everything. Um, okay. I will. I did remember. I did remember. I was about to not remember to do this, but I remembered. Yo, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Tell me if my mic is tweaking again. That VOD was absolutely unwatchable. I did test extensively, but for whatever reason, this new Linux, the mic is still tweaking like last time. Really? Okay. Well, let me get rid of this Pulse Audio BS then. Okay. Is it still tweaking? Because it cannot be doing that. Yeah, it's the Pulse Audio driver or like whatever. But it's kind of important to me because the noise gating on it makes the audio quality like so much better. but yeah, I cannot have that happening. I swear, like every time I record, it works fine, but it does not. I have to. I don't know. I assume that since I installed Linux Mint, everything would work, but I just have a really bad laptop. But I did want to test out, developing and running this thing on Linux just so that it's compatible with every operating system, Okay, so now I think I'm ready for this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna structure it like that. What is the call? I don't remember. I always forget. That's going to be in here where I do all that stuff. GL delete textures, that's what it is. Yeah. I guess we should just check this just in case it somehow was 0, but okay. I think the weird thing, actually, I think that's just literally it. And then you just regenerate them. Because the frame buffer isn't actually changed, it's just the textures inside of them. So we can just do it there. We're just gonna do the exact same thing. Yeah, you know what? We do want to fall back just in case. So I'm gonna do that. I mean, are we really just copying and pasting this? I feel like we are, to be honest. I want to make it so that you could technically make a frame buffer and then just delete the colored portion of it, and then not have to like delete the frame buffer completely. So you wouldn't be getting into generate color though. So I'm guessing that we can just assume that you're gonna have params and not have to do this. Yeah. Okay, we are going to do this. Guess I'll repeat what I said earlier since my mic was apparently still being a jerk. Right now I am working on making the whole frame buffer rendering pipeline actually usable to users of the program, and the only reason I'm really doing that, I really dreaded doing it, but the only reason I'm doing it is because I made a button that was supposed to change the resolution, and then I realized, oh, that's really actually difficult to do. Okay. All right. Well, I can just say, I do like streaming my coding because it makes me actually code better. Because I feel like I'm held to a standard. Like I wouldn't have done this error checking. Are you kidding me? I'll even do an fprintf here. There we go. That'll make all the vibe coders happy. Okay. Now I guess the real test is transitioning my own stuff into this, which is kind of scary. Yeah. Yeah, the VAOs I'm not going to change yet because that's going to be a whole other bag of worms or can of worms or whatever it is. Okay. So this is the main FBO texture, and the main depth texture and the main FBO. So this was the first FBO I ever made, and you can really tell because I was like making sure that it got created or whatever, which is pretty funny considering where we are now. Oh yeah, let's make this, let's put this in the header file. I'm at that point where I don't really know if the extra coffee helped, or maybe I need an extra coffee, or oh wait, yes, Helix has a thing for this. I can go Shift J. There we go. That's some magic right there. I'm making this engine solo? Yeah, I am. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know, I had this dream of like this RPG horror game. And I started making like a raycaster, and then as you can see, my main file is called raycaster.c. Yeah, I guess the scope of the project just kept on getting bigger and bigger, and now I've got a full 3D thing. I don't know. A bit of ADHD, a bit of mania. It's pretty fun though. The question is, am I even including this? Create new frame buffer. Apparently I am. Okay. Yeah. I mean, believe it or not, as you can see in my terminal here, I am making this on a Surface Book 2 running Linux. So performance is the utmost important to me because Windows made this thing with I don't know, not very well. You're learning Rust. Oh yeah, I made a chess engine in Rust, and it was honestly, Rust is a very hard language for me. Or it's true. I need to make param objects. I just said object instead of struct. That's cursed. Text params. I'm really gonna have to do this for every single thing, huh? Let me guess, Arch? No. This is actually Linux Mint because honestly, I probably would die on Arch because of the NVIDIA driver stuff. I have to downgrade my drivers to 535. Been ships with GNOME. Oh, this isn't GNOME, this is i3. Dude, I wanted to do Void Linux. I would have done like a better distro or like a rolling release thing if I was sure that it wasn't going to break everything, you know? Like, my setup is already so broken. Okay, why is this a pointer? Wow, this is going to be annoying actually because I have to copy all of this. I should probably make the chat bigger because it's like on my other screen really tiny. Oh wait, this is color params. Honestly, I really should have done this from the beginning, but I was just really lazy on like making extra functions, and I just kept on making extra frame buffers anyway. But now I'm at a point where I kind of have the rendering pipeline down, so I think it was just time to turn it. Yeah, I feel like I would probably really enjoy Arch if, I don't know. It was hard enough to get this running with my laptop because I basically had to like downgrade my kernel and everything by hand, which was not fun. Hopefully when I set up one of these, I can just copy and paste all the way down. Yeah, I was looking at the Void wiki. I was really considering doing it, but for whatever, I started like the installation for it, and then it just didn't work on my flash drive, so I just kind of was like, I don't know. I haven't messed with the Linux stuff for a very long time, so what is type again? Type is GL unsigned byte, right? Unsignaled apple. What even is that? That's unsignaled apple. This needs a semicolon. Oh, thanks. Thank you. About the engine's visuals. Yeah, I mean, I like Helix. I made a video about the things that I liked about it because somebody asked me. But I think, I don't know. I haven't used Vim in a very long time, so I might be like out of date with the Vim stuff. But Vim was too strange and complicated. Honestly, Helix seems pretty easy to pick up. It does have its quirks. It's really good for, like, there are some quirks I can show you right here. Just a really neat thing about it is if I go Alt S, it splits my selection on different lines, and then I can do Alt Shift and then start moving things around, which is pretty funny. I don't think you can do that in Vim, and not at least out of the box. But or maybe I just was never that good at Vim, which is entirely possible. I used it like when I was much younger, and then I stopped because I started doing JavaScript. So, what was I doing? All right, I was changing this to GL depth components. GL depth component 24. Jump to the end of the current line. That's GL. So when you go VGL to go to the end of the line, and then GH to go back. GL, GH, GL, GH. Yeah, Helix is really built with Rust in mind because it's made in Rust. So dot type is GLFloat. Format, compare mode is what I was going to do. Who's GL none? It's weird that this is GL none because this is my main depth structure, and it's definitely done with GL less. But it's specified with GL none, and I suppose it's one of these things where if it works, it works. Okay. Apparently, this is correct. At P at D. Now I have to actually store this. I'm gonna extern this into here. Yeah, I'm on Ghosty as my terminal. I've tried WesTerm though. WesTerm was pretty solid. I'm just gonna put these like here, call it pipeline, I don't know, or FBOs. I was really worried about that there. I could probably just, hopefully it lets me and it doesn't get mad at me. WMs, what do you mean by WMs? Do you mean, oh, window managers, oh yeah. Honestly, I just did i3 because it's super easy to do. Yeah, that's what I was doing. This is bad at me because, yeah. Okay. You'd think that I would understand the C include thing by now, but honestly, I just kind of wing it. And when it gets mad at me, I just bang my head on the wall. Okay. So now we have that. So FBO equals. I have to GG. Yeah, this is the problem, is that all of this stuff is going to have to go away, but I'm not ready to make it go away for real, really, right now. I'll just call that a different thing. I'll go frame buffer, main FBO. Okay. Yeah, sorry if I don't respond to everything in the chat. I trying to balance it properly. Okay. You can actually try to compile right now. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to, but just to show off to the VOD watchers all the some of the stuff that I did with the UI. It might not actually compile, but I can try. Yeah, it's giving me unknown type names. Include errors. Not fun. Let me actually read. Unknown type name, frame buffer. Oh, it's this that's getting mad because it might be that I'm forgetting. Honestly, it took me a long time to configure i3, so don't feel bad about it at all. I mean, to be honest, I'm still in the middle of configuring it, to be honest. It's annoying because you have to go in the config and then change all these random things in there. Oh, that's because I didn't change my don't watch VOD watchers. Do not watch. What did I call it? I called it render.c. Yeah, so I got so that beautiful fan that you're hearing is the work of Microsoft. Unfortunately, I can't noise gate because the Linux audio driver breaks it. I have so I'm working. I have a PyCom and i3 on my setup. Man is coding in a cave. Yeah, there's nothing, no furniture in this room. Please use makefiles. I have like a rolling makefile that I edit sometimes, but I don't really like care that much. Okay, so this is the UI system, the big fancy UI system. But I mean, so all of this is like hard coded in, like the pixels that these start at, because I don't have the UI to make the UI, yet. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show off. And the last unwatchable VOD, to be honest, I had this that I was showing off. What was I showing off? Oh yeah, so we did this, and now this is so you can select multiple entities, and it shows up like a range for all of these. The fancy rounded corners, yeah, that's That's the fancy part about it. But yeah, I'm in the middle of like a big problem here because I'm like, how do I edit the UI without building the UI to edit the UI, if that makes sense? Is that custom or does OpenGL have something for that? Yeah, so it's custom. So the text is signed distance field stuff. So I generated basically there's this node, I forget what it's even called, that I generated this this MSDF JSON file, and that's why I'm compiling CJSON with my project. It's because it reads the signed distance field from the JSON or whatever. I can show the code for that in a second, but yeah, so that's how I got the text properly upscaled. And so I just took like a whatchamacallit, I forget what, I think it was like an MS-DOS font is what this is. So I put it in there and then it spat out this JSON and this PNG. And then I had this really hard time setting that up, to be honest. But now that I have the text happening, the text is fine. And it's scaled just with a float that everything is multiplied by the resolution. So that's that. So all this stuff, I can record a video about this, but I just, I'm in the middle of working on this stuff. So this changes the frame cooldown, and then we can start removing frames if we do this. So that's the sprite animation stuff. All right, peace out. Yeah, so that's what I'm probably going to do, Jonas. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know. It's one of those things where I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a stopover UI that's going to be in Nuclear that is going to help me design the default UI that's going to be read in from either a JSON or a binary file. So that's kind of the plan with it. But yeah, so we can change so this is the entity editing menu as it is. So all this stuff works. And then there was this cool thing. Let me make sure that we don't have like a random seg fault because of this. So I have this menu here. So you can see all this weird glitchy stuff off in the background with these textures because they are being linearly interpolated at low resolution. It creates all these weird trippy effects. So you can go Mitmaps now and get rid of that if you want to, and use any of these. So this is actually was like very annoying to do. I did this part off stream, but so yeah, these are all texture arrays. So that's that layer ID, is that they're stored in texture arrays, so that they're batched, I guess, efficiently. I think that this is the efficient way to do it, is you keep these in texture arrays and batch them. But it's super annoying when you want to re-import the same texture with different options, because you then have to change its texture array and all that. So that was very annoying to do. There was a lot of seg faults with that, and they have this thing here where you can, if I want to have this as an entity texture, I can, hopefully we don't seg fault off of that. It is a very large, this is a like 5,000 pixel texture. Okay, yeah. We did not crash, which is good. That means that I was putting the code to test there for sure. But yeah, this giant skybox is now an entity, which is kind of cool. So you can have whatever file you have on your computer now as a geometry texture or as an entity texture. which I briefly showed off earlier, but I guess, so if I want to have a bullet hole as a static texture, I can make it as a static texture and then go to get rid of this first and then go to point, draw mode, and it'll be here bullet hole. These are just, this matters, but this doesn't, essentially, now, because they're all in one draw, right? So, press the wrong button. If I want to draw with that, then I can go to draw mode and then do this. And hopefully we don't say fault, but maybe I did. To be honest, this stuff is still a work in progress, so it may have just crashed. But that's the idea. Anyway. Yeah, I wonder why that actually happened. I'll probably GDB this in a second. If I can get back to what I was... Yeah, to be honest, I should not be showing stuff off while I'm refactoring the entire main render loop. That might have something to do with it. Yeah, so assertion string failed. Yeah, that would be it. String failed. NK string length. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. That's a nuclear error. Is my renderer forward or deferred? Yeah, so it's that's a good question. It's forward, but some things are deferred, if that makes sense. So the let me see. Oh man, I was going to draw this out for you, but I have the Flatpak Krita, so I have to look up what this is called. Yeah, so I'll draw out for you what the rendering loop actually looks like under the hood, if I can do that. I kind of forget how this thing works every time. Okay, so it basically works like, so at the top you have geometry, and then this stuff is separated into stuff that is see-through, so alpha and opaque. And the reason why is we do those separately is because I have this idea that we should have alpha channel textures separately and have these in two different, so you could just do it in one pass and then just like discard in GLSL the fragments that have alpha, right? Like you could just say if alpha is less than 0.1 discard, and that works fine. I actually have that on some textures, and then they just go in the opaque. But my idea is that maybe you want like non-Euclidean space or something, and so you end up with this like deferred, I guess, second pass that maybe doesn't write to depth, right? And then from there, after we draw our geometry, before this is like background, so like skybox or whatever, and then we go get rid of that, and then we go from here. We draw separately the volumetric stuff, and this is like fog and lighting effects. So this is done at 1/4 resolution. Most of the time, unless we're at a small resolution, and then we do it at full resolution. So if you're at like 2K, we do it there. So, and then we do UI here. So we split off into paths. I mean, we do it at the same time, or we do it in order, but these are different FBOs, and then this has its own FBO, and then in the post processing, we then come back together, and all of these 3 FBO textures get composited into the post, and because they're basically done differently. So, for example, the UI, at least the way I have it set up personally, that this is going to be different for, however you want to use the engine, but the UI in Geometry gets certain effects that the fog doesn't. And the fog just gets overlaid at the end. The idea is that you have like this sort of coming together of like retro and like new stuff, because like the fancy fog is like overlaid on top of the retro, like dithered world or whatever. So that's pretty much it. And then we do the bloom and or whatever other effects we want to have here for everything. So the bloom is it just basically takes the composited texture, takes everything that is above a threshold. I think it's like 0.5 or 0.6, and then it takes that all of that stuff, it writes it to a different texture, and then it blurs it, and then it just adds it on top, and that's done also at 1/4 or whatever resolution you want it to go at. So that's how the rendering works, and then we upscale to screen res. So this is all done at rendering resolution, which right now what I was showing was at 640, I think. So anyway, that's pretty much how it works. That's kind of too much information about it, but I don't know. Whatever. What was I working on? Okay, so I was going to... Honestly, we can just keep on editing these. So P equals... can we do this even? Dude, don't make me... I guess this is fine. Oh wait, yeah, I can. I'm just being stupid. Color, text params. Yeah. Oh yeah, my music stopped a long time ago while I was zoned in on talking. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm basically making it so that eventually this is going to be all scripted, right? So the idea is that the script, you call this function create new frame buffer, and then you can create your own kind of rendering pipeline. Yeah, I mean, that's why I didn't do Vulkan. To be honest, I'm pretty new to 3D graphics. Like, I've done like 2D projects in OpenGL before this, just to kind of understand it, and I did Chess Engine and Rust and like a few other graphical projects, but I think, I don't know, like Vulkan just seemed so much like I have to make so much up front. Like you have to make up the whole pipeline, and they have this whole like the image of like the pipeline or whatever that you have to set up. I was just like, I don't know. It's also like a philosophical thing for me. Like I'm sure that Vulkan is cool, but I can't run Vulkan on my bad hardware, so that's also a thing. Like it just runs poorly on my old GPU. So there's not really a benefit to, or I wouldn't see the benefit in doing it. But, you know, I might write something in Vulkan later. I think that it's really cool. It's just, Yeah, I wouldn't recommend starting in Vulkan either, but I mean, to be honest, I don't really think I'm an authoritative figure on anything. I barely know how to do anything. You know? Yeah, I definitely don't know how everything works, and I'm not gonna pretend. I've learned like so much through this project, though. I feel like, you know, I got this comment about like you should rewrite it in Vulkan, and I don't know. I might one day, but I would kind of like to finish it first, or yeah, I don't know. I watch sometimes just the shorts of Travis Roman. I'm sure you might know of him. Um, Wait, this doesn't even have a. Why am I doing this? This is gonna be a null. But yeah, he has an engine in Vulkan, and he really likes it. But he's also like read books on engine dev and stuff, and I haven't. So as it is with coding, I'm kind of, I guess you would consider me self-taught. I mean, I took a class and did a bunch of NetBeans Java stuff, but that doesn't really count, does it? Um, Trying to think what else. Um, Yeah, the thing is with stuff like Vulkan that's like really annoying to set up. I don't know. It's like it just takes way too long to get something on the screen and to like see your changes and all that. I just wouldn't be able to like focus on it. I think be really difficult for me. Like if I had a team of people, or like I wasn't the solo dev, I would definitely. Uh, this is volumetric width and volumetric height. I'm trying to think if there's something I'm forgetting here. I think it's just this though. It's just one texture. Yeah, the most I'd really done before this in OpenGL was I had this this kind of cellular automata project, and there was really only a few OpenGL calls in that, and it was just basically filling a giant buffer and then doing frame buffer blit with it. Why is this? Oh, I called it the same thing, that's why. Honestly, I just want to leave that stuff alone just in case for later. So I'm just going to call it something different for now. Instead of volumetric FBO, I'm just gonna like literally call it volumetric new, like something like that, because I'll change it later, but I'm realizing that I'm like refactoring the entire render loop right now, which is probably gonna have bugs with it, so. as you can see, like, the good thing about OpenGL was that I was able to just like make all of these files and not have to create like wrappers or pipelines for anything. And I just did everything with, like, starting out, I just did everything by hand, you know. Um, but yeah, I mean, this project started as kind of a completely different thing. So I can't really remember how I was in the beginning even. It's so badass that this song has a samples of Suspiria soundtrack. It's like the coolest thing ever. I just noticed that the other day. Oh, I have a post-process FBO. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, I have a lot of FBOs, but it's actually pretty crazy. I was looking at the I can probably show that off if I re-enable the performance timers at the bottom here. I mean, it might be a lot more since I'm streaming, but I was looking at the performance of my engine, and my frame times, my CPU time happens within like 0.2 ms, and my render time happens within like 1.5 ms. Yeah, you can't hear the music because I don't want to get owned by YouTube copyright. But you can see what I'm listening to up here. I don't know, I looked it up, like, can I play music on stream? And then they were like, we don't really know. You might get in trouble and get your stream taken down. And I was like, I don't want to have to deal with that. I did like think about like creating like a Spotify jam or something, but I'm kind of, I don't know how secure that is, or this is pretty much the same exact thing, except it has bitmaps. I can't remember why it has bitmaps, but it does. This should be GL linear if it has GL bitmap linear. I'm going to attempt a quick compile just to see. Just to see if that breaks anything. But yeah, I should be, I think that's how it works. If you have linear bitmaps, you have to be in GL linear, pretty sure. Yeah, it kind of sucks, the whole copyright thing with music and all that. I just don't, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. It's not like I'm gonna make money because somebody heard your song on my, like, that, like somebody's gonna donate money because like I'm giving you publicity. Okay, so apparently it works fine. So this is fine, this is fine. This can go, this is going to be default anyway, and this is, yeah, that's correct. Okay, it's going to be called post-process. Really? Well, then I might. I don't know. Maybe I should look into it more. I don't want to get like, the thing is, I don't want to get like on YouTube's bad side and then like have nothing be able to get monetized in the future. It's not like I'm ever going to make money from streaming, but you know what I mean. What was I doing? Yeah, this is exactly the same. That's the thing that I don't like about Helix, to be honest, is the copying and pasting is honestly so awkward. Like, for no reason. This is UI, UFBO. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be live, but I kind of didn't think about it, but there might not actually be anything to show off at the end of this. Oh well. I feel like I had another depth texture somewhere. There was a reason for this being GLRGBA 16 float. I think that it had something to do with it needing extra precision because it's done at lower resolution. Yeah, I mean, I would totally, if I had like a good NeoVim configuration, I probably wouldn't be using Helix, to be honest. But I haven't used NeoVim in many years. And the my old config, I mean, like none of those plugins exist anymore, so I was kind of, you know, creek without a paddle. But I couldn't keep using VS Code because I was getting really annoyed with it. Blue. That's what I was doing. composite FBO, Bloom FBO2. I guess I have to do all this. I think that this is important. This is where I do the blurs, I think, for Bloom. I think I do it on like separate FBOs because you have to like go back and forth. Yeah, honestly, I really like OpenGL. I would find it hard to really switch to Vulkan now that I know OpenGL. There's also still so much about OpenGL that I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't even need to use another. I can just this is the same exact settings. Maybe I should call this something else than Bloom 2 because it's kind of. I should call this Bloom Ping. Maybe, you know what, I will play my music because hopefully YouTube or whatever doesn't. I don't really trust Google to be a good company, you know. The issue with this is that I can't hear myself think. And I don't know what the levels are like. So you're gonna have to tell me. Looks good to my eyes. What did I just do? Composite in FBO. Yeah, that's the same. So I think that that's literally the last FBO. I don't think that there's another one. So now it's just a matter of actually changing the render data to reflect this, which I'm literally going to have to I think it's called .fbo. Yeah, has to be. We should go GL viewport from this FBO. Or should we? Well, yeah, I mean... Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I wonder how I'm gonna do all the VAO and VBO stuff and script that. I should look how that's done. All this is on the same FBO. Yeah, I need to change all of this. Yeah, so as you can see, I have two different little loops here through all the texture arrays, and they draw them separately. I have one that goes after the entities. This goes on the same FBO. Yes. I'm also gonna have to do all the scripting for that as well, the compute shader stuff. I also want to make this backwards compatible with old driver versions, which is annoying because I installed driver 470 and it broke everything because I'm using compute shaders, which sucks. That I'm gonna have to redo that, but it is what it is. Like, but yeah, I have to. What am I doing here? Like, I don't want it to be that you have to have like a new computer to use this. It was made to work at PS1 resolution. You should be able to run it on a bad computer. Let me make sure I'm changing all of this as well. Although the those variables should be changed too. That's that. So, yeah, I have to go back and search. I'm gonna do it after, but yeah, I have to search. Make sure to do this. Wait a minute. Volumetric composite text. Hmm. The thing is that I'm doing a thing here where I ping pong between two different frame buffer textures. Like here I'm doing volumetric composite on the post-process FBO, but I don't have it that you can make multiple different textures. So I guess I could just keep that in mind for later and then do that later because, oh no, I switched. I think it's because this post-process FBO I use down here. Yeah. Wait, no. Let's see. Maybe that's actually a bug. I call it GL frame buffer texture 2D, but I don't actually switch frame buffers, and I think that that's what I meant to do is go back to the volumetric or the post-process FBO. I'm pretty sure that that's what I meant to do. So that might be why the UI is compositing weird, to be honest. I just didn't even notice that. Yeah, because I switched to the UI FBO here. Yeah, that might be why the UI has been so difficult to blend properly. It's because we're drawing it twice on top of itself. Guess I won't really know until later, but I feel like that wasn't intended. This volumetric composite text is going to have to be my custom texture for now though, and not, because I'm going to use this is going to turn into the one that I made. Yeah. I'm gonna add it to do here. Huh. I am going to check this out. I was using post-process text here, which should be the post-process FBO texture, but it looks like, oh no, I'm correct about that, I'm correct. So this is going to be called Ping New FBO. And then this one is going to, yes, this is going to take the Bloom New FBO text. Because this is where I ping pong.
How did you know? It's what I always wanted. Never of too many things. Well, you quit kicking me under the table.
And then I need the ping new FBO dot color text. And then this, of course, this needs to be tied to the master FBO, so main FBO dot height, because everything breaks if that isn't correct. Also, I should really get these uniform locations set up, but I'm always changing the shaders, so. Yeah, so essentially this is if we go up to this, so this is where we composite everything. So we take, this is U texture, U scene, and U UI, but this U texture is just the volumetric stuff. So we composite all of that in this, and then we draw that to the texture, and then I have this second HUD. You don't have to worry about this. But then, so we first go into this bloom. Then, as you can see, it I haven't looked at this in a long time, but this does the blur. Or no. We first get everything that's over the threshold, which is actually really low. It's 0.3, and then you go to this second FBO, and then if you want to downscale it, you have to take 1 over the render resolution. I can, yes. So this is what this looks like. To be honest, I copied this like straight up. I haven't touched this, so that's what it looks like. But yeah, I have not touched that. I just said it and forgot it, to be honest, because it took a while to get it working, because once you downscale from your main resolution, it like can bug out. But yeah, it's because of this utexel size that is kind of the key, is that you have to, the offset here, you have to multiply it by that so that it upscales properly at the end. But you don't have to worry about that if you just do it at full rendering resolution. Yeah, and then the composites is just literally this. It just takes the composited texture and the bloom one, and then it just adds them together. That's it. It's really not that complicated. But yeah, I'd say do it at like half rendering resolution or 1/4 of rendering resolution. if you're gonna do it, because it is like insanely not performant, especially if you do a 2-pass blur like I do. Like that's why I have this twice, because it does a vertical blur and then a horizontal blur. But yeah, that's the thing. This post-process text comes from post-process new FBO. Color text. Yeah, the post-processing stuff, I mean, for me, it's because I have such like bad ADHD, it's really bad for me to get stuck on things like post-processing, but it also was important for me to make something, because I get bored with projects a lot, especially when it doesn't look cool, you know what I mean? And so for me, it was kind of important for me to get it looking cool, because otherwise I think I would have given up on this by now if I didn't do the post-processing. Okay, I definitely messed this up somewhere. 100%. Like, there's actually no chance. This is the default frame buffer. Okay, I think we're just gonna leave that. Composite text is composite, yeah. FBO, color text. I definitely put a depth texture somewhere where it should, or I definitely put a color texture somewhere where it should be a depth texture, so I'm just going to go back and search UDepth, because I know, yes. Oh, I didn't put anything here. Okay. This is from the main FBO. Yeah, depth texture is actually was something that was super annoying for me to figure out all that stuff about. But once I got it, I just kind of set up a depth texture and then never touch it. But it's kind of magic how the depth texture works. Like how you're able to, it's kind of insane that you're able to just write 3D into a 2D texture and then just read it for everything. It's one of those things that I'm just like so glad I don't have to deal with doing anything like that myself, you know. I think that should be only. No. Right, because I need to. We're almost done, I think. Does depth testing get more difficult with transparent meshes? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I haven't fully implemented it, but I just, for certain textures, I just don't write to depth, right? So that's something that you can do. I think it's called GL depth mask, maybe? It's this called? I think it's GL depth mask that you call, or it's something else. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. So yeah, you just disable that when you don't want to write to depth. So that's just why I have those two separate, what I showed you earlier. That was my idea, was that there's some textures you want to write to depth with and some you don't. But I think later on when you get into more like complicated stuff of like actually being able to like, I don't know, have maybe projectiles go through holes in the wall or whatever, then you probably have to like create like a literal, maybe like a texture for that texture that, I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have to look that up, but I think that's how you do it, is you have to create like maybe like a grayscale texture to put on top that it knows what is opaque and what isn't, or maybe there's a way to only write to the depth texture for some of the texture. I don't really know. The only way I know how to do it is by disabling it explicitly like I showed you. So I'm sure that there's a way to do it, but I'm just reading over this just so that I make sure. What is FSVBO? That's a VBO, not a FBO. I'm blind. I'm scared to compile it, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna really know until I compile it.
It's not even light out. But you've somewhere to be.
Something I noticed on the stream was that I had this in the middle of my during the entire stream last time, and I really hated watching it back. So I'll move it. Okay. I think I just have to send it. Okay, yeah, let's make sure. You know, I'm kind of scared to change everything to that, but okay. I am going to compile straight into GDB for this, because I know that this is probably not going to work. Did we not compile? Oh, right. Trying to make sure that we don't go on top of a workspace if I mess something up, but it looks like we're doing it anyway. We may have seg-faulted straight up, but I had it on the same workspace, so it's not going to... Oh, I've got to kill the process now. That's annoying. Yeah. Gosh, that's annoying. Yeah, that's why I always launch from my from this monitor, because just in case something like that happens. But I forgot to do that this time, so yeah. Yeah, my physics system is super bare bones right now because it was really hard to get, to be honest. It was really hard to get collision working. Um but yeah, the physics is super hard to do because for performance wise, kind of what you're doing as a game dev is you're kind of just pretending with physics. It's not actually okay. So yeah, we actually aren't seg faulting. We're actually just writing to a black screen. I am getting a lot of GL errors, so that's it's not an actual crash. It's just I'm feeling prefab sprout. go to the wrong workspace. Okay. So it seems like the FBO is 2, so so the question is, oh, maybe? No, I do bind it here. Let me test something. Let me try explicitly binding it. Let me try explicitly binding it before I draw.
No one planned it, took it for granted. I count the hours since you slipped away.
Let me find it. Okay. Let me try this.
I count the hours that I lie awake. I count the minutes and the seconds too. All I stole and I took from you, but Barney don't live at home. Barney don't live at home.
I can also print out all of the.
Words don't hold you. Broken
Actually, oh no, I call it with the night. I do set that up, yeah. I'm just gonna print out the width and height too, just to make sure.
all my silence and my strained respect. Missed chances and the same regrets.
This is annoying. Let me try also printing out the color texture, because maybe for whatever reason it isn't generating the color texture if something goes wrong.
Barney don't live at home. Barney don't live at home. I count the hours since you slipped away. I count the hours that I lie awake. I count the minutes and the seconds too. All I stole and I took from you.
I'm just gonna call this.
Barney don't live at home. Barney don't live at home.
This is annoying. Light map frame
is not complete, even though it isn't the light map frame buffer. You know what I can do? I can think of is that my logic is wrong here with these color parameters because here oh, I was thinking that I was like doing this fancy stuff here, but maybe I just try and hardcode this as default. Yeah, let me do that. Fire emoji. Oh wait. Am I stupid? Oh wow. This was just underneath here, which okay, well that was definitely the bug. It was definitely the depth texture was not getting any parameters. Or if that wasn't the bug, then it's definitely one of the bugs. Okay.
There can be no contest. Life's not complete till your heart's missed a beat, and you'll never make it up or turn back the clock.
Okay, so we actually loaded in.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
It's still a blank screen, but the only GL error we're getting now is on the bloom. Is at the bloom. So there was some massive progress there because we were getting GL errors on every single render pass. So probably just something I'm missing here.
She has her own will.
The question is, how am I gonna find out what it is? It's a 506, so it once again might be a problem with
Still in love with Haley Mills.
yeah, it's definitely here because I'm getting this GL506 bloom call, so it's definitely here.
Life's not complete till your heart's missed a beat, and you'll never make it up or turn back the clock.
You know what I should do, honestly, is I should do it like this. Just to be sure of where it happens. This is going to be, let's just call it the 1, etc. Basically my own breakpoints for this, but yeah. Hold on, isn't this supposed to be, no. This is definitely post-process. FBO. Because it's taking the, you know what it, it's definitely not that. Okay, I'm just going to run it with the breakpoint and see where exactly it's failing because I'm not getting it just by staring at it. Still, I'm getting a frame buffer is not complete, actually. So it definitely means that one of the frame buffers just doesn't get set up correctly, even though we fixed that bug. Okay. I just kind of want to show the fact that these breakpoints really did not help us at all here, because every single one of them is apparently throwing an error. Okay, so it's definitely, well, now we can just check which one all of them has, and all of them has the new FBO. So this is 100% the one that isn't getting generated properly. So this is this. I was expecting to see something that stood out to me, but it looks exactly the same as it was previously. Does look exactly the same. I mean, shot in the dark here, but bloom width is. I mean, that should be correct, but let's see. Let me go make sure that this is where the error is. So let me see the width and height. I'm also going to add an error catch here just to make sure that it's that frame buffer that's the problematic one. This is frustrating though. Don't really know what the problem is. I'll also add an error check for the one before it, just to make sure that this is the. If I can't figure this out, then I'll just keep the hard-coded ones for these until I can figure out what the problem is. That one's okay. Well, that's actually really interesting. That's really interesting, actually. So we didn't get any errors that time. Once I changed the format from GLRGBA 16F to regular, I didn't get any error. I still rendered to a black screen, but that's probably actually not. Let's do this. Let's go to unsigned byte. Let's do this. Because it shouldn't be GL float if it's GLRGBA. Let me go down here. I did get one error, but it might be nothing. It's on the first GL call. So this right here. It's a 500, so it has nothing to do with the frame buffer. So I don't think I really care, to be honest, about this. Wait. Oh yeah. Don't do this. Don't do that. I think it's a different thing if you want to GL bind frame buffer texture. It's a different call, right? No, it is the same thing. Okay, let me try compiling this. I don't know. I did say if it looks bad, this is why, so maybe. But I did test that. Oh boy. I might just have to actually like undo a bunch of things and just try to. Well, we have a crosshair, so that's cool. I wonder if it's yeah, it could honestly be anywhere. So the solution here is to not use this composite FBO text and to instead let's use just the straight up let's just draw to the screen the what is that even called? I think it's called main FBO, and then let's just see if we can draw that to the screen. This will probably draw, but I'm probably binding the wrong texture somewhere, to be honest. This is correct. New FBO ping, and then back to new. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so as expected, that works fine. I'm pretty sure it's some logical error in the bloom or the post-processing that alright, this isn't gonna have a UI. So I have to exit manually. So the real hint is that this composite new FBO is blank. We could try drawing the post-process new FBO, and then this is just without bloom, and then it removes that completely. So I'll just compile that while I'm still looking at this. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Well, that kind of tells us something. That tells us that maybe it's this. Aha! Okay. Wait. Okay, I know where the bug is. I don't know how to fix it though, is the problem. Okay, yeah, I see the issue. This volumetric composite text. Was something that I mentioned briefly that I was going to switch over into the system, but then I kind of forgot about it. Wait, no, this is, yeah. So this is the, right. Okay. Hold on. Where do I write to that though? Oh, okay. That's where it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll definitely try that out, Jones. Okay, yeah, but that should fix the bug finally. Google sent me a message.
I shift and slide. Sugar, hurries, acting.
That my stream may be taken down. I don't know. I'm sorry, YouTube. Where did... Oh. Okay. Let me see if this is working now. Heads up, we've detected audio in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. Okay, well, we are drawing something to the screen. Yeah, I don't want to make it so that, like, I don't know, people in different countries can't watch the stream, or they, like, take down the VOD or something. But, so, what could be causing this? That's a good question. I don't know. It does seem like there is no light map, right? Like that seems like the problem. And so probably the issue is that somewhere, instead of binding a light map, I bound a frame buffer texture since I was editing all that. Yeah, it does suck about the music. I kind of wish, I was trying to look up, like, if there was a way that I could do, like, a Spotify jam or whatever. But I didn't get, like, a clear answer on that. But yeah, if the VOD got taken down, that would really blow. So that definitely is correct. This volumetric composite text is correct. I'm looking at this light map is correct. The problem with a bug like this is that I don't really have a good reference point of where it could even be at. Like, it could be quite literally anywhere. You know what it might be? It might be the fog not getting composited right, actually. I could try that, actually. Actually, we could try doing the, what this is actually supposed to be. This is supposed to be composite new FBO color text. I'll just compile that in the background while we do this. Oh man. I knew that this wasn't going to be painless, but I didn't think that it would be this painful. I guess it's not that bad though. It's just like one bug somewhere. Oh. I just missed these completely. This is okay. Wait, volumetric composite is the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just a typo. Bummer. Yeah, I hate when you get a bug like that where it's just there was no reason for it to be happening. It was just you were doing a big refactor and then you forgot about like a tiny little thing and then okay, we look to be correct now. It does look a bit different, but I think that's because we had to change the Bloom format for whatever reason. It was not letting me do that. Okay. We look to be correct. Yeah. Okay. So that is now a thing. Okay. It does look a little bit toned down, to be honest. I wonder if I can figure out that whatever bug this is. I might just have to leave this till later, but yeah, whatever bug this is with this not letting me go to float here. It's very annoying. Yeah, I mean, now that the other bugs are fixed, I think I just try to do this at floating point precision, and then if it doesn't compile, then I just leave it till later, but I do kind of want to make sure that this works. And then I guess we can try and take a gander to see if the actual resolution is going to change like I hope it will when I call the function that this was all made for. That might still have some bugs, to be honest. To see if that's in the header file. It is. The annoying thing is that this... I would have to make a wrapper function that yeah, so it's saying not complete on these, so I don't know why it's letting me do it manually, but then every time I try to call a wrapper function that does the exact same thing, it's getting mad at me. Oh, you know what it is? Oh my god. I'm so mad actually. Oh, I forgot that internal format is after. Yeah. Okay, well, that will work now. I was just writing it in the wrong place. Okay, I don't even need to recompile to do that. The painting is beautiful. Oh yeah, it's a Monet. I have different paintings too. This is also a Monet. I have my favorite paintings just in like a folder, and this is my favorite painting. It's the Van Gogh Sunflowers. Anyway, what am I doing? Right, I was going to actually tie the button to. It already is tied, but I need to make that wrapper function here. That's going to be called. What is this? Yeah, so this is going to be void resize render, and this is going to just take in an int target width and int target height, and then I don't think we need anything else. I'm just going to for loop through this, through all the, wait, we can't even for loop because we don't have them in a structure. I'm just going to call resize frame buffer with all of the external frame buffers. I'm just going to go over here and bring up the header file where they are, and then just go one by one. I'm not missing one, right? That would be embarrassing. Let me just make sure I'm not missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I was 100% missing multiple of these. It's a good thing I caught that. Did I just mess something up? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. Well, for whatever reason, that just took me out of the window. Okay. So now I can just loop through them, or not loop through them, just pretend to loop through them. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put that on my other window. This didn't get saved to the jump list, which is annoying. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna do it by hand. So this is going to be the full target width, full target height. I have to pass a pointer to this, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So we're just going to go all the way down. Stop, don't do that. I wish that there was a way to, there's probably a macro to do this, but yeah, whatever. I'm just doing this fast because I do eventually want to get outside of this room. I hope that the VOD stays up. That would be ideal. I am kind of worried about that. I did like consider in my brain maybe I just like restart the stream or something, but I mean it's not worth it if I'm not gonna be alive for way longer. I'm trying to remember which of these was that full scale resolution. I can't really remember. I think it's pretty much everything that's not the main FBO. Is the composite? I feel like the composite is. I have the bloom 2 times on there actually, so that's I have to take that out. The UI is done at full. Volumetric bloom. I think the composite is the one that's upscaled to render res, so I think that that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to call this. The question is, I guess I could just make one button. Where is that even? It's in UI.c. I was doing this right. Yeah. Can this see that function though? Well, first of all, I didn't put it in the header. Getting ahead of myself there. This is render.h. Okay. This is called resize render, just because I was lazy, and I think so. This is the extern variable. I think we just do subtract this by 100. Both of them, just for now, just keep the aspect ratio the same. And I'm not even gonna bother right now making a bounce check for it, because it's just gonna be changed anyway later. So okay, let me just. I mean, the chances of this working are slim. I should probably. I am compiling this in GDB, but should have probably added print statements or something. Okay, moment of truth here. Okay, well it just goes completely blank. Yeah, I was not expecting that to work, to be honest. No, it could have just been this that I forgot to set up this additional parameter for depth textures. I kind of doubt that that's what it is. Is it texture compare funk or? You know what I'm also just realizing? Oh no, I did actually kill the music. What is? I don't remember. I think I just have to go and check it. It's over here. Texture compare mode. That's what it is. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to copy the whole thing. I'm down to run that and see if that could be. I'm just kind of checking the rest of the things here. Internal format is in the right place. Type is in the right place. Yeah, everything's. Oh. Copy and paste moment. GL depth attachment. Okay. Well, maybe that just works then. That might have just been a copy and paste error then. I think everything else is the same. Let's see. Okay. No, of course not. Yeah, I don't know what the. I mean, that was without a doubt a part of the bug, but. Trying to think of what else it could be. I mean, I might just have to leave this to later and then just like step through the textures after and like make sure that they all get generated. Because yeah, there's really no way for me to actually check here. I mean, it just seems correct. Is the problem? Is like why I'm so annoyed. Is because it just. Why doesn't it work? I mean, oh, you know what? It's entirely possible. Oh yeah. Okay. I see. There is one issue with this, and that's that one texture that wasn't inside of a wrapper is not getting resized. But I mean, I feel like that wouldn't make us draw a blank. You know what I mean? Draw a black screen. I feel like it would just be squished or something. This volumetric composite text is what I'm talking about. I suppose like the fast fix for this is that I just extern this and then just see if I can just change it manually and then not the fire emoji, man. Not the fire emoji. Copy what I want you to copy, please. Work with me here. What's the name of this thing? It's the volumetric composite text. There. Maybe I just do this by hand. It's kind of jank. I would have to find where that is though, because I need to keep the same settings. So, yes, this is what it is. Now, what are the settings for this? This is, yes, this is this. So I'm just gonna literally copy and paste this and then see if it works. I don't know. That is supposed to be width, that's supposed to be width. Do not forget to turn this to width. First, what I have to do is I have to delete it though. Okay. Trying to think of what else it could be because I doubt that it's that. I'm not missing one, right? Volumetric FBO, I do the volumetric. I don't, yes I do. Yes I do. Okay, I don't know what else to do but compile, so. If this doesn't work, then I'll just leave this till later. I wasn't really, honestly, planning on. Well, I don't really know what I plan to do with this stream, to be honest, but. Oh, right. I keep on forgetting that I'm compiling straight into GDB, and then I have to type run into it. I could probably, like, add that to my script. It's just GDB run. Does that work? I feel like that should work. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. wonder what it is because it's yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I might not be able to figure it out. I'm kind of tired, to be honest. I do need another coffee, but I will probably be live again sooner than later. You know, I'm gonna try to make these more regular things. I know half of the stream, at least it feels like to me, I was fixing this, trying to track down this one bug. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna figure this out right now. It's a shame, it's a shame. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? This is actually so true. I didn't actually change, let me, just set the, I don't really know where else I'm referencing any of these anymore, but it's very possible that I just am referencing them in one place and then it's just, I shouldn't be, but it's entirely possible. I think I replaced all of it. Okay, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna leave it alone if this doesn't work. I promise. My next step to debug this is to probably just, instead of subtracting, just set it to like maybe the same resolution, and see what that does. Because if it doesn't work at the same resolution, then it's definitely a texture that's getting deleted and not re-uploaded, which is probably what's happening. So where would that even be? This I'm just try it at the exact same resolution that we start at. Actually, I'm not sure if the minus button is actually minus, so I'm just going to do this just to make sure. Yeah, honestly, I thought about putting like some of the I don't know, the lo-fi copyright free music in the background, but I don't know, I'm not the type of person that, you know. I don't want to like put music over what I'm doing that I'm not actually listening to. Yeah, yeah, this still doesn't work, which means that it isn't actually a resolution problem. It's it's 100% something getting deleted that is not supposed to be getting deleted. So, or a texture not getting regenerated, or something like that. I'll probably have to like look at it with some clearer eyes though. Like, I'm trying to think of any texture that would need to be resized that isn't already getting resized. Probably is something that I'm forgetting. I don't know why this is bugging out and it's putting resize render over everything. I'm not sure. I absolutely am doing doing all of them right. Like there's no way that I'm forgetting one, right? Yeah, the thing is the whole thing is so touchy that it could just be one thing that I'm forgetting to do somewhere. No, yeah, I'm right about this. I was thinking maybe I messed up here. It might be also something where I can debug it. I mean, the solution always for me is to just go to main FBO just to see if it's later in the pipeline or if the whole thing is messed up. It's very easy to see once I just get on the main FBO if the whole thing is messed up or if it's just, it might just be like the bloom texture or something not getting resized properly. It's annoying when you get bugs like this because it's a matter of like dotting your I's and crossing your T's. That's why you should create these structures from the beginning and not just do your OpenGL calls like all willy-nilly, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Oh, right, there's going to be no UI. Maybe I can Okay, okay. We hit the button. We hit the button, and now we're seeing a bunch of. Wow, this is actually kind of cool. I'm mesmerized by this pattern. Where's the quit button though? Okay, well, it's nowhere, I guess. That's actually kind of a cool pattern that we made. Definitely not correct though. I tried commenting out the background pass and just draw geometry, something like that. The song is actually pretty good. I never thought about that. Yeah, it kind of looks like I'm reading the memory, yeah. I don't know what could even be causing that. Like, I also checked, I just checked all of the GL window calls, or the viewport calls. They're all set to the internal width and height. Yeah, I might just not get it. Yeah, I really thought that would tell me more by just drawing the main one, but that actually just confused me even more. I guess I could combine both of my techniques here and then just like delete this. Believe it or not, this stream going on this long is it's making me have the AC off, so I definitely want to turn that on soon. I'm sweltering. But yeah, I should be live again within the next few days. I don't see a reason why every time I work on this I shouldn't be live. It's kind of something that I can just keep doing live. I kind of want to figure out what's happening with that audio driver, because I think the noise gate is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this is annoying because I think we're deleting a texture and then not recreating it, or somehow referring to the wrong texture. I'm gonna have to take a deeper look at it when I have another coffee. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get it. Sorry. But hopefully this VOD stays up and it doesn't get deleted. I haven't been keeping a copy of this for myself, so YouTube owns it. So if YouTube decides to get rid of it, then there's really nothing that I can do. Yeah, this is gonna really bother me until I find it, but I don't think I'm gonna find it, to be honest. Alright, so hopefully this VOD stays up for archival purposes, but yeah, I will. Thanks for watching, I guess. I'll see you guys in a few days. Okay.